Attention. The attention signal is given by showing a flattened palm forward from the chest. Fingers should be joined and pointed upwards. When this signal is returned by the receiver, it means, I am ready. I don't understand. The not understood signal is given by showing a flattened palm forward and then waving it back and forth across the chest. Fingers should be joined and pointed upwards. Disregard. The never mind signal is given by crossing both wrists above your head. The hands should form fists. It means, of course, to disregard the previous communication. Good. The thumbs up signal is given by showing a fist with the thumb pointed up. This signal is given as an affirmative response or to indicate the situation or status is good. Bad. The thumbs down signal is given by showing a fist with the thumb pointed down. This signal is given as a negative response or to indicate there is a problem in the situation or status. Move out. The move out signal is given by raising one arm stiffly behind at shoulder level and rotating the stiff arm forward in an arching motion. The palm should be flat and facing forward. This signal means to advance forward. Withdraw. The reverse signal is given by holding both hands at chest level with the palms facing forward and pushing them downward a couple of times. This signal means it's time to leave. Provide cover. The provide cover signal is given by holding one arm out at a 90-degree angle from the shoulder with the palm flattened and facing inward. Then rotate the arm at the elbow so the hand is positioned overhead. This means to lay a base of fire while the other team bounds forward or away. Increase speed. The increase speed signal is given by holding a fist above the shoulder with a bent elbow and then pumping the arm up and down. This signal simply means to move faster. Decrease speed. The decrease speed signal is given by holding a stiff arm out from the shoulder, palm flattened and facing down. The arm is then waved up and down. This signal simply means to move slower. Halt. The halt signal is given by holding a flattened palm above the shoulder. Ideally, the palm faces the receiver, though this is not required. This signal means to stop, find suitable cover, or lower your profile by resting on one knee. Freeze. The freeze signal is given by holding an open hand above the shoulder and then quickly clenching it into a tight fist. This signal means to stop immediately, do not move, seek cover, or lower your profile. Get down. The get down signal is given by pushing a flattened palm down toward the ground. This signal means that the receiver should lower their profile regardless of their current status. The signal may be repeated until the receiver is adequately low enough. Get up. The get up signal is given by pushing a flattened palm skyward. This signal means the receiver should raise their profile. Most commonly, this signal indicates the receiver should stand. However, this is situational dependent. Come here. The come here signal is given by pulling a flattened palm upward towards the face. This signal indicates the receiver should move toward the sender. Rally on me. The rally signal is given by extending a rigid arm above the head with the fingers straightened and joined. Then the arm is rotated as if to draw a circle overhead. This signal means that all persons in view should converge at the location of the sender. Rally point. The rally point signal is a further extension of the rally signal. The arm is again extended above the head and rotated in a circular motion, and then the exact location of the rally point is identified by dropping the rigid arm rapidly toward the designated location. This is one of the few arm and hand signals that are not passed back immediately. It is passed back as each member of the patrol passes by the exact location of the rally point. Online. The online signal is given by extending both arms out level with the shoulders. This signal indicates that all members of the unit must come abreast of each other to create a line formation. Wedge. The wedge signal is given by extending both arms out lower than shoulder level to form an upside-down V. This signal indicates that all members of the unit must create a wedge formation. Column file. The file signal is given by extending one arm forward at shoulder level and then rotating it backwards in an arching manner. This signal indicates that all members of the unit must form one behind another to create a file formation. Staggered file. The staggered signal is given by simultaneously punching both fists upward above the head. This signal means that all members of the unit must create a file formation with every other troop offset left or right. This formation is most commonly used for marching on roads or streets. Bound and overwatch. The bound and overwatch signal is given by punching both fists upward above the head in an alternating manner. This signal means that one team will halt and take up a viable overwatch position while the other team moves cautiously forward. This signal is given when enemy contact is expected. Danger area. The danger area signal is given by pulling a flattened palm diagonally across the chest in a slicing manner. This signal means there is dangerous terrain ahead of the patrol. Patch to the road. The patch to the road signal is given by patting the upper left shoulder patch twice. This signal indicates the battle drill used to cross linear danger areas such as roads, ditches, or streams. Increase interval. The increase interval signal is given by extending both arms above the head with palms facing outward. The arms are then dropped rigidly to the side. This signal means that the distance between troops and teams must be increased. Decrease interval. The decrease interval signal is given by extending both arms out level with the shoulders, palms facing up. The arms are then raised until they are directly overhead and the palms come together. This signal means that the distance between troops and teams must be decreased. Head count. The head count signal is given by patting a flattened palm on the top of the head. This signal requests a count of every member of the patrol. Pace count. The pace count signal is given by patting the top of the boot with one hand. This signal requests a count of the distance traveled in terms of hundreds of meters. Prepare for action. The prepare for action signal is given by punching a fist in rapid succession in the direction of the perceived threat. This signal means that enemy contact is likely, though not yet confirmed, in that particular direction. Hasty ambush. The hasty ambush signal is given by forming the thumb, index, and middle fingers into an L, like a child would form a double-barrel pistol. The index and middle finger are pointed skyward. This signal indicates the battle drill to be used to form a hasty ambush, though such a drill may or may not include an L-shaped ambush. U. The U signal is given by pointing the index and middle finger up at the chin and then quickly rotating these fingers to point at the intended receiver. Me. The me signal is given holding the index and middle finger center of the chest and pointed upward toward the chin. Patrol leader. The patrol leader signal is given by touching the forehead with the index and middle fingers joined. This signal indicates that the message is intended for the patrol leader. Squad. The squad signal is given by holding a hand out at shoulder level and indicating first, second, or third squad by extending an appropriate number of fingers. Then the hand is flattened with the palm facing down, and the hand is waved up and down, rotating from the wrist while holding the arm stiff. This signal indicates that the message is intended for the entire squad. Squad leader. The squad leader signal is given by touching a flattened palm to the center of the chest and then extending an appropriate number of fingers to indicate the message is intended for either first, second, or third squad leader. Fire team. The fire team signal is given by placing an arm diagonally across the chest. With the arm held in this position, an appropriate number of fingers are extended to indicate the message is intended for Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie fire team. Fire team leader. The fire team leader signal is given by touching a flattened palm to the belt buckle and then extending an appropriate number of fingers to indicate the message is intended for either Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie fire team leader. Clearing team. The clearing team signal is given by circling a flattened palm around the face with the palm toward the face. This signal indicates the clearing team is being addressed. Security team. The security team signal is given by pointing the index and middle fingers toward both eyes, forming a V in front of the face. This signal indicates the security team is being addressed. IC. The IC signal is given by pointing the index finger at one eye with the hand held to the side of the head. This signal does not confirm enemy contact but only relays what is seen. I hear. The I hear signal is given by pulling gently down on the earlobe with the thumb and index finger. This signal does not confirm enemy contact but only relays what is heard. Enemy in sight. The enemy signal is given by pointing in the direction of the enemy with an index finger and extending a thumb down like an upside-down pistol. This signal is only given when visual confirmation of the enemy is made. Over long distances, a variation of this signal is given by pointing a level weapon in the direction of the enemy with the magazine pointed skyward. Wait a minute. The wait signal is given by joining all 5 extended fingers and pointing them skyward while positioning the hand in front of the face. The hand is often tilted forward twice for emphasis. This signal means the sender requests a minute before they will continue sending or will comply with a message. Commence fire. The commence fire signal is given by holding a stiffened arm down at the side with the palm flattened and facing down. The arm is then swung forward and back several times in a sharp motion. This means the receiver should begin to shoot immediately. Cease fire. The cease fire signal is given by waving a flattened palm facing outward up and down in front of the face. This signal is often coupled with a vocal command to cease fire and is repeated until all troops have stopped shooting. Who. The who signal is given by holding a hand below the chin and crossing the thumb over the middle knuckle to form an X. The index finger is then fluttered. This signal requests clarification of whom. When. The when signal is given by holding the left index finger up and rotating around the top of it with the right index finger. An acceptable variation is to rotate the right index finger around the top of the left wrist where a watch would be. This signal requests clarification of time. Where. The where signal is given by holding an index finger up at chest height and the hand is moved back and forth across the chest. This signal requests clarification of location or direction. How many. The how many signal is given by holding 2 fists at gut level, palm up. The hands are then thrust up to chest level while opening the fists so that all fingers are extended upward. An acceptable variation is to hold a weapon with one hand but move it simultaneously with the empty hand. This signal requests clarification of numbers. Numbers. The number signals are given using a single hand. Numbers 1 through 5 are signaled by holding the appropriate number of fingers up. Numbers 6 through 10 are signaled by holding the appropriate number of fingers down. Tank. The tank signal is given by holding both hands flat and crossing them to form a T at chest level. This signal is given to indicate any type of heavily armored vehicle and is usually followed by a number to indicate how many are present. Vehicle. The vehicle signal is given by forming the index and middle fingers into a backward V at chest level. This signal is given to indicate any thin-skinned vehicle and is usually followed by a number to indicate how many are present. Infantry. The infantry signal is given by holding a flattened hand center and perpendicular to the face. This signal is given to indicate any dismounted troops, regardless of whether they are actually infantry or not. This signal is usually followed by a number to indicate how many are present. Distance. The distance signal is given by bumping one fist on top of another or on top of a weapon, then extending an appropriate number of fingers. This signal is given with the understanding that each finger represents 100 meters. A distance of 50 meters or less is indicated by holding a flattened hand upright and then dropping the extended fingers to a 90-degree angle. Time. The time signal is given by placing one flattened hand with fingers joined and facing upward at the center of the chest and using the index finger of the other hand to rotate fully around as if it were a hand of a clock. The rotation begins at the 12 o'clock up position and rotates all the way around to the up position again. 2 fingers indicate 2 hours, 3 fingers indicate 3 hours, and so on. To indicate a half hour, the index finger simply rotates only halfway around and stops at the 6 o'clock down position. When holding a weapon, the flattened hand may be omitted.